muli sa inyo mga kaguro, kaibigan at kaempleyado. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, si Atty.Risty Adarayan, na palaging nagpapaalala sa inyo that ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. Kaya manood po tayo sa ating YouTube channel, ang GURO, BATAS at ang BAYAN. Mga kaibigan, isang araw umuwi si Pedro sa kanilang bahay, dala-dala yung kanyang report card. Pinakita niya ito sa kanyang tatay. Ang sabi ng kanyang tatay, "Anak, ano itong F sa card mo?" Sabi naman ni Pedro, nag-isip muna si Pedro, sabi niya, "Tatay, fasado po yan." Sabi naman ng tatay, akala ko perfect." Mga kaibigan, ang videos po na ito ay series of videos tumatalakay po sa School Based Procurement. School Based Procurement is based on Republic Act 9184 or the Philippine Government Procurement Act, and its implementing rules and regulation was revised in year 2016. Pag-usapan po natin ngayon mga kaibigan ang guidelines on school-based procurement. Handa na ba kayo? Usually, there are only two modes of procurement in school-based procurement. That is, shopping for readily available goods and the negotiated procurement. Amount does not exceed 500,000. Otherwise, if the amount or the 5,000, you have to resort to competitive bidding. Ngayon, mga kaguro, kaibigan at mga kaempleyado, kailan malaman nyo po yung shopping at yung tinatawag na negotiated procurement? Dahil sa aking pong pagtatanong during the interview of teachers eyeing for promotion for school heads and even principals or a school head themselves, they cannot explain what is this shopping and what is this negotiated procurement. Kaya makinig kayong mabuti para malaman nyo kung ano ang shopping at negotiated procurement. Simulan natin. According to Section 10 of Republic Act 9184, all procurement should be done through competitive bidding, except provided for in Article 16 of this Act, which includes the alternative modes of procurement. This is shopping and negotiated procurement. According to Section 52.1 of the Republic Act 9184, shopping is a mode of procurement goods whereby procuring entities simply request for submission of price quotation readily available of the shelf goods or ordinary regular equipment to be procured directly from a supplier of non-qualification. This includes procurement for regular office supply. So usually po ang ating pinoprocure sa school is regular office supply. Kaya nagre-resort tayo into shopping. Yung parang bibili lang tayo sa isang tindahan. Tawag doon shopping because they are already readily available of the shelves materials. How about negotiated procurement? What is negotiated procurement? Based on Section 53 of this Act, negotiated procurement is defined as a method of procurement whereby the procuring entity or the school directly negotiates a contract with technically, legally, and financially capable person. As regards to negotiated procurement, there are reasons as to why you should resort to negotiated procurement. And each reason, there is a different process for that. So you have to read particularly Section 53 of Republic Act 9184 for additional information. Now, we go to specific guidelines on school-based procurement. Number 1, the end user will submit pertinent document to the School Bids and Awards Committee or the BAC. Every school, mayroon tayong tinatawag na School Bids and Awards Committee. Ang una natin gagawin, the end user will submit pertinent documents to the School Bids and Awards Committee. What is this pertinent document? Example, purchase request. Certified that there is a fund available, and including in the purchase request is the minimum technical specifications, schedule requirements, or if there is a packing requirements. Halimbawa po dito, ikaw si teacher. You are the end user. Nangangailangan ka ng Manila paper, ng ink, ng notebook, ballpen, and other school supplies. you have to submit a purchase request to the School Bids and Awards Committee. Next process, pagkatanggap nila ng purchase request mo, the School Bids and Awards will now prepare the RFQ or the request for quotations. Then after that, ang pangatlong gagawin, the Bids and Awards Committee through BAC Secretariat will post an information for the purposes of procurement opportunity for the period of 7 calendar days. After the lapse of 7 days, after posting for information purposes, you will now send the request for quotation to at least 3 non-prospective supplier of known qualifications. So pagkatapos mag-send ng RFQ to the 3 prospective suppliers of known qualification, tandaan natin na 3 prospective suppliers of known qualification. Hindi po dalawa, hindi po isa, 3 non-suppliers of known qualification. So bakit po hindi isa, bakit hindi po dalawa yung binibigyan ng request for quotation? Para makapili po yung procuring entity or yung school kung sino sa tatlo yung may pinakamababang presyo. Yun po yung purpose. The lowest price is always favorable to the government. Always look for the lowest bidder. So pagkatapos mo magbigay ng request for quotations, babalik yan sa'yo, mayroon na mga quotations. Then the BAC Secretariat will prepare the abstract for quotations. Kung halimbawa po, after you have given the request for quotations, walang bumalik sa'yo na quotations, ano ang gagawin mo? You have to extend the deadline if no quotations was received. Kung wala pa rin na-receive na quotation, again, you have to extend the deadline up to the 3rd time. Pagkatapos ng 3rd time na wala pa rin, you have now to contact a supplier of known qualifications. Halimbawa, may nag-submit na 3 supplier sa inyo. Nakagawa ka na ng abstract of quotations. You have already determined kung sinong supplier ang lowest bidder. Pagkatapos niyan, ano ang gagawin mo? Evaluate the quotation submitted to make sure that it complies with technical specifications, price, and other requirements stated in the request for quotations or RFQ, and to correct mathematical errors if any. Supplier is the lowest bidder, kailangan tingnan mo kung yung pag-quote niya ng price is naaayon din sa specifications na binigay ng school. Baka naman mababa yung price na binigay niya because hindi naman talaga naaayon sa specifications na binigay ng school, which must be submitted within 3 calendar days upon the receipt of notice by the bidder from the BAC. So, nalaman mo na kung sino yung lowest bidder. After that, you have to post-qualify. Kung mayroon niya ba siyang mga requirements. Halimbawa dyan, Mayor's Permit, DTI, Certificate of Registration. And after the post-qualification, next step is you have to award to the lowest calculated and responsive quotation and prepare a purchase order. So, pagkatapos mong ma-determine kung sino yung lowest bidder, kung sino ang qualified lowest bidder na post-qualified mo na, i-award mo na ngayon yung contract. Reminders lang that the contract must be signed by the supplier. It must be transmitted to the head of accounting office for the signature as instrumental witness, and it must be signed by the head of procuring entity. In this case, the school principal or the school head. After awarding the contract, the Bids and Awards Committee Secretariat shall now post the notice of award or contract or purchase order if applicable. Then the last step, of course, is the contract implementation. So yun po mga kaibigan, mga kaguro at kaempleyado, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Mabuhay po kayo.